How's it going?
Good. Oh my gosh, I have the Buckleys in the Zoom house.
Hey.
It's good to be here.
So are you currently in LA right now?
Yeah, we are in Santa Monica.
Oh, that sounds so beautiful. Well, I have the future legends, the Buckleys, and the reason why I say future legends is because that is what John Oates referred to you guys in your interview with him.
Oh
How
my
was
God.
that like speaking to one of the greats and then hearing him say you're the future legends?
That was such a wild,
Pretty legendary.
interview. Like he's one of our idols. We love Hall & Oates so much. They're actually like one of our, like, before we go into the studio, we get a bunch of references of like kind of sounds we love and like inspo, and they're like always on there with like vocals and all that. Like just like the way they sing together is so fun. But it was so awesome.
Such a prestigious man to call future legends, It's weird.
Yeah, such an idol.
Yeah, right. And I'm sure Lachlan, he like John must have been like one of your guitar heroes, right? And you guys both share luscious like locks.
Yeah. Dance moves.
One of like guitar hair heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing. Great, such a great guitarist.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm hopefully you guys do collaborate in the future. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing that. And I know that you're like cross fingers, please.
Yeah. Anytime.
I know that your documentary has been featured on the Country Music TV Awards. You were there at the CMAs. I know I don't think that was your first time attending those, but was there any favorite moment, any performances that you saw live there while attending?
Yeah,
man, it was these guys. I had attended once before, but it was our first time walking the red carpet, and these guys' first time there, full stop. So it was pretty like a massive moment for all of us.
Yeah.
So like walking the red carpet and seeing so many incredible artists that we look up to kind of just next to us is pretty amazing.
And I'm watching them play. All the performances were amazing that night. Such good musicians, such good artists.
Yeah,
doing their thing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But yeah, in particular, like who did we?
My favorite would have been Zach Brown and Marcus King. They did a big jam.
I loved Chris Stapleton and what was the lady's name?
Patty Loveless?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
they did an amazing song together.
I caught some of it. And I gotta say, like, complete powerhouse from Kelly Clarkson, Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, I feel like they should always tour together.
Yeah, I know. That was incredible. Cool. Yeah, totally. So much strong female energy on that stage. Pretty incredible to be there in the room and see it all happen.
And then Katy Perry, I didn't expect her to be there too, and she gave it all as well.
Yeah, totally. I know that was one of the things I was really looking forward to seeing. Katie's performance. Unfortunately, actually, we went to the bathroom during the ad break, and then we got locked out during that segment. I was like, oh my gosh, she was like one of the top performances. I was like so looking forward to seeing. That was devastating.
We didn't realize like between the ad, like while the show's going on, you can't walk in to past the curtain. So we were like out there crying.
I was just jamming by myself. I'm like, yeah, you guys missed out. I will never see that again.
I know. Katy Perry at the CMAs was down. But next time, hopefully.
Yeah, dang, man. I feel like I can hear you in the toilet stalls.
Yeah. I was like to the security guard, like behind the curtain. I'm like, really? Like, she's right, just let me at the other side of the curtain. I just want to watch. She's like right there.
Well, if you ever meet Katy Perry, you should totally mention that story.
Yeah, totally.
So to be honest, I'm not really familiar with too much country music. I know some of the main acts, but when your publicist James and Ray sent me your music, I'm like, oh, I'm really intrigued. Oh, and they're from Australia. So I think you guys could be my gateway to country music. So that being said, who are some country artists that you recommend me listening to?
You need to listen to Midland.
Yes, absolutely. Midland.
Emmylou Harris.
Yeah.
100%.
Zach Brown Band, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so many. It's a really, I love that you said that, because that's, something that I feel like, we really, hope we can do. So we have a lot of friends in Australia, and we're always like, if they don't listen to country music, kind of giving them the artists to listen to like convert them into country. And Midland,
there's so many, you can find something. I feel like you can find something to love in every genre. You just kind of, look at different artists, see what you kind of sway towards. Casey Musgrave, it's like great kind of fusion of
Mixture,
country.
Yeah.
There's heaps of great stuff out there.
Totally.
Now, is there an active country scene in Australia? Because I would never imagine, because obviously I'm thinking about like rock, like In Excess and AC/DC, and it's like, what, country?
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, definitely. It's really quickly growing as well.
Yeah.
Like we have a big festival, CMC Rocks in Australia, which we're really excited to be a part of next year. There's some really awesome international acts coming out for the festival, and it's sold out in
a few weeks.
It's sold out in one day, pretty sure. Yeah. It's like really exciting, and all new audiences coming and discovering country. So there's definitely a really quickly growing scene in Australia for country music, which is really exciting. And some really cool acts like from Australia, Seaforth and Keith Urban, obviously, that are, Australians breaking, new ground over here, which is really exciting.
Okay, so random question. These bands are also from Australia. They're not country, but I'm not sure if you may know of them. Eliza and the Delusionals, Hatchie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know them, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, because I was just wondering. I'm like, okay, I feel like fellow Australians got to support other Australians.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. There's some cool stuff coming out of Australia.
You're from Australia, you spend a lot of time in Nashville, and I have yet to travel to those places. So let me know, what are the hot music spots when it comes to venues or record stores, bars that I should check out to either in Australia and in Nashville?
Ooh, well, in Australia, it's hard because everything's so spread out.
Yeah.
Where we are in Byron, there's not a lot. So it's like
the northern, Byron Bay.
A good boogie. We've got, I think, only one record store in town.
Yeah. Shout out to
Palamone. They're legends over there.
Brisbane has a good thing going on, Fortitude Valley.
Yeah.
A lot of venues up there.
Yeah, there's you can find something everywhere. And then in Nashville,
The Basement.
Yeah, the Basement's
Check out
cool.
the Basement.
Grimey's record store. Lots of good vintage shopping. But yeah, there's so much music in Nashville. I mean, it depends what you want to do. Hit up Broadway or some of the smaller clubs that have, touring acts coming through, or local acts and songwriting rounds. There's so much. It just depends what you want to listen to that night, really.
Yeah.
Have you performed or at Bluebird Cafe?
Yeah, we played there a few times actually. More like acoustic stuff because it's such a small venue. It's tiny, so we can only we played there, the three of us, once. Back when we were a little bit younger, and Sarah and I played there back in February. At a writers' round.
Yeah, there's so much history to that venue. That's where you really get your start. And the reason why I brought up that venue was because, this movie came way before our time, but there's a movie called A Thing Called Love, and it came out in the 90s, and it has my favorite actor, River Phoenix, in it. And him and his real girlfriend at the time, they performed at the Bluebird Cafe because the movie is like them try to break out as country stars. So I was just like, yeah. So if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend you three watching it.
I'll have to check that out.
Sounds cool.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of love, whenever I listen to your music, it feels like, one of you who's in love, who's the one that's sharing your intimate feelings and relationships?
We're all trying to escape.
Run away from that.
It's always changing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's always a mixture.
It's always someone's always going through
Or
something.
talking about like someone else's experience, you know, kind of like putting yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, totally.
And writing about another situation.
Yeah, doesn't necessarily have to be our own
Yeah,
life.
you know, telling stories.
Yeah, totally.
Very convincing, because I could have swore it's like one of you guys.
Yeah, it just depends on the song and
Sarah
depends on the
does
day.
love her romance.
She watches a lot of rom-coms.
Ooh, what are some of your favorite rom-coms?
Oh
That's
god.
cool.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, great one. Matthew McConaughey. Oh god, there's so many. What did I just watch? The Proposal on the plane.
I
Just watched that. Love it.
Oh my god, I remember looking over to your screen. You were like 2 minutes behind me.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, there's so many. Just like, yeah, I love them all. Dirty Dancing.
Oh, I watched that on the plane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? Speaking of Dirty Dancing, I had no idea that Patrick Swayze, he sings She's Like the Wind. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're a phenomenal singer too.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I want to dance now every time I watch that.
Yeah.
Like, take me dancing.
Right?
Dancing.
Yeah.
My friend and I, we went to a concert venue and we saw a rock concert, and after the concert was done, like the intermission music played, and randomly it was Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing. I'm like, we gotta do the lift.
Oh, I know, right? I always try to do the lifts when I'm out, and then
Do you? That is so concerning.
do
not try that.
No, I've done that a few times. Never actually worked, so.
I
Sydney.
agree to that.
So I know the Buckleys, you guys were influenced by Fleetwood Mac, Dolly Parton, Sheryl Crow, etc. But who inspires your wardrobe style?
So many. I mean, I feel like a lot of
70s
and even a bit of 80s influence as well.
Love like Rolling Stone, the Rolling Stones, Prince, Freddie Mercury, Jimi Hendrix, Debbie Harry, Joan Jett. There's a lot of sick style out there. We love most of it.
I'm glad you mentioned Prince, because I was watching your music video, Glad You Did, and it was very Prince style, especially your outfit, Lachlan.
Yeah.
like a bit of ruffle action.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I really enjoyed your song Woodstock 69. If you could travel back in time, who would you like to see at Woodstock?
Jimi Hendrix. Just Joplin.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Say Jimmy.
Yeah, totally. Any of them really.
Santana.
All of them have to be that. Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
Santana, yeah.
I saw Santana actually in Australia.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really? Oh man, I wish I could have seen him. He came not too long ago in the Bay Area, and then shortly after, like apparently there was in the news he passed out because he wasn't staying hydrated. So make sure you stay hydrated and have plenty of fluids before you do a set.
Yes, good call. Good
Try.
call. Yeah.
Imagine one of us
I always
passed
come
out.
off really parched after
Yeah.
playing stage.
Right? Yeah. And I know you come from a music background. I mentioned earlier In Excess. I know that Chad, he represented In Excess in the past. You've worked with Grammy producers, but if you weren't musicians yourself, what would you be doing?
Ooh, tough question. I really don't know, because I can't imagine doing anything else really. Like being like be a songwriter behind the scenes. Probably.
Living on the beach, surfing, something.
I don't know. Yeah, it's too hard. I don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much. Yeah, we don't really know.
I don't have
much
any
else.
other interests.
I might be a lawyer.
Be a
Ooh.
lawyer, maybe something in fashion, probably. Maybe like design stuff. I don't know.
Right? Design more ruffles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or design like surfer outfits or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I work for a news station, and what I do, I'm the teleprompter person. So I'm wondering, what's something you would wish that an anchor would read? Like, what would be like a funny breaking news headline that you would like to hear?
Lachlan just had to run and get my computer charger because my computer Apparently that's how I charge. So he didn't just walk off and do nothing.
He's like, bye.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm done. Bye. Backed out. I love watching Australian news anchors because Australian humor is so I just love it. So
I just love
much.
the
It's really cheeky, and so there's always like TV bloopers.
Maybe something about like a guy. There was something I read. I have no idea if it was true. I didn't read it long enough, but something about like a guy that had a pet crocodile and he brought it everywhere to this like small country town in far north Queensland, Australia, and it like he came to all the pubs with him, and like so something about like really Aussie.
That's funny. Was it like a baby one or a full on
Like
gigantic?
an old, like
That's a big one.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Had a bleed.
Only in Australia.
Yeah.
I've heard some weird stories in Florida. Like, okay, so I was listening to the radio and then they were talking about that there was in a town in Florida, there was a power outage because apparently these neighbors found like this humongous crocodile. So they got animal control and then animal control like captured it. But then like the crocodile was like fighting and then it escaped and then its tail hit like a light pole and then like there was power out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're strong animals, dinosaurs.
Yeah, literally.
They are. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mean to be a buzzkill and all, but, we're just, talking about news and stuff. And I know that the Buckleys, you performed at festivals as well as intimate shows. And a while back in the news was the Astroworld Festival when there were so many casualties because it was poorly organized. There was too much crowds. I was wondering, also like the Woodstock 99 fiasco. I was wondering what would you like to see in the future for concerts when it comes to safety of your fans, safety of the faculty, and of course you?
I feel like the most important thing is just, or not the most important, but yeah, just like seeing people looking out for each other is so important. Just people in the crowd just looking out
for to the people that attend.
But there's obviously like crowd control because when someone goes to a show and watches their favorite artist, it's hard for everyone not to get excited and pushed in the crowd and all that. So I think there's obviously somewhat responsibility for like the festival organizers and all that to make sure the proper gates are put there and the amount of people on the ground. I think it's been great. Like I went to a Billie Eilish concert recently and I'm watching like the Harry Styles concerts that are popping up and they're doing like really great job at making sure everyone stays safe and has water and all that. So I think they're just like lessons that everyone learns from, but very, very like tragic and all that, but you can only learn from that. Like the industry can only learn from it and hopefully
make sure it doesn't happen again. And
I love it when like artists they take care of their fans and they're like, hey, do you need water? I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm super parched, like I've been out here for hours.
It gets dangerous in the mosh pit, especially depending on the style of music. I just went to a like rock music festival, a whole bunch of mosh pit. There was this one woman in a wheelchair like right in the dead center. I'm like, she is ballsy.
It's crazy. We have a festival called Splendor in the Grass and it's kind of like in our hometown, but it's a massive festival in Australia, and that mosh pit gets so wild. It's like it's an amphitheater and it's a hill, so everyone's sloping down to the front of the stage from a hill, and it's super tight and like it's fun though. Like it's pretty hectic and you can't really breathe, but it's like there's enough room for people to like leave and all that.
I'm lucky because I'm 6'6", so
get all the fresh air.
I'm always above everyone.
I was like, hey man, you better be right behind me because I can't see anything in the front.
I'm always very self-conscious when I'm in crowds because I want to go up to the front, but I know I'm in so many people's way.
Right. Oh my gosh. I went to a festival up in Northern California, and this one guy was tall, was right in front of me, and I was like, hey, I can't see. And then he's like, well, do you want to get on my shoulders? I'm like, okay, that was not the reaction I was expecting.
that's what I do. I always offer anyone to go on my shoulders.
I interviewed an Irish band, and sometimes what I do was that I'll ask them, what's a question you would like to ask the next artist I interview? So they want to know, would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet?
Feet are ugly.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather hands for feet. It'd be like you'd be like a monkey, like you'd be climbing.
Exactly.
Also, but
ain't no chance I'm having my feet up here.
No way.
So gross. And also, no one can see your feet most of the time because you wear shoes. So
that's true.
You can see your hands. So
yeah.
Right. I wonder why that is. Like, why is like our hands like much prettier than our feet? But I don't know. There's a purpose.
It's just stumpy and ugly.
I mean, they do a lot of work.
Yeah, I'd rather
have a lot of work to do.
I'd rather have hooves. Cut my feet up and put.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's next for the Buckleys? What's your New Year's resolution?
Well,
keep playing music and making people happy.
Tour and explore the world as much as we can.
Yeah.
Release new music next year. And just get out on the road.
Yeah. Keep doing our thing.
Hopefully that road leads to the Bay Area in California, because that is where I'm located at. I know you guys just did a show in LA, so I was like, when is San Francisco's turn?
I can't wait to come to San Francisco. We have some family there actually, so I'm sure it won't be long.
I know it's cheesy. Next week is Thanksgiving for us in America, but what are the Buckleys thankful for?
Very thankful for our family. I think that's the biggest thing.
Totally. And then
thankful for being alive. Being able to do what we love to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Thankful for a lot. Lots to be thankful for sure.
Lots to be thankful.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful message. Well, I want to thank you, Sarah, Molly, Lachlan, for taking your time to speak with me.
Thank you so much. It's been awesome. We got
and
soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. And I mean, I'm happy that you guys are living your dream to the fullest.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.